Intentional manifesting is simply a journey into the spiritual world where you learn of the power you hold within. We are the cause that creates the effect, unless we let outer causes create effects within us. The law of cause and effect states that for every effect, there is a definite cause. Likewise, for every cause, there is a definite effect. Every action produces a reaction. According to this universal law, your thoughts, behaviors, and actions create specific effects that manifest the outer experience of your life. But if we allow the outer world to create an effect within us, we are reacting instead of creating. When this happens, the manifestation process becomes inverted. Reaction then becomes its own cause, and it recreates more of what we prefer not to experience. Manifesting intentionally is going within and creating from the mental and spiritual realm, through faith, that this power resides within you. The outer physical world is malleable and can be altered when we go within and make a change. In other words, you become the cause that creates a new effect. Not everyone believes this to be true because they are experiencing the effect of an outer cause and can become absorbed in that loop of reacting and creating more of what they are reacting to. If we take a look back on our experiences, we can easily identify that there are specific causes of success and specific causes of the things that we prefer not to experience. And in examining this, we can learn how to tap into more of our potential. Life experience is a great teacher. In reviewing your successes, ask yourself what mindset and actions you were utilizing during that time. And success can be as simple as just feeling happy and peaceful. What were the thoughts that got you there? What behavior helped you establish this? Napoleon Hill said in his book, Think and Grow Rich, I discovered from the analysis of over 25,000 people that men who succeed in an outstanding way seldom do so before the age of 40. And more often, they do not strike their real pace until they are well beyond the age of 50. Anyone can start at any point in space and time in their journey to intentionally become the cause that creates very specific and very real effects in their life. We are walking thought and feeling patterns, and we have the ability to starve thoughts of lack and limitation that create the effect of the same in our lives by overriding them with thoughts of abundance and prosperity. We reap what we sow. If we are double-minded, the subconscious mind will outpicture in our physical reality the most dominant thought that we have faith in. Double-minded means giving energy to two opposing things and then expecting the one that you want versus the one that you truly believe in to come about. The subconscious mind always works with our belief systems. There's an old story about two wolves that explains this quite well. A grandfather is teaching his grandson about life. He says to the boy, "A fight is going on inside of me. This is a terrible fight between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego." He continued, "The other wolf is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith." He continued by telling his grandson, "The same fight is going on inside you, and inside every other person, too." He uses this metaphor of two wolves fighting within him to explain his inner conflicts. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The grandfather replied, "The one you feed." This story serves as an important reminder that we each individually have tremendous power over our own happiness. We are each the cause that creates the effects of our lives. When we react to outer circumstances, we create a cause within ourselves that manifests more of those experiences. We feed the negative wolf, so to speak. But when we train ourselves to go within and ignore those things that we no longer wish to experience, and create them as experiences in our mind that we do prefer, over and over again, until they become dominant and we have complete faith in them, we become the cause that creates new inner and outer effects. When you do this, you become someone new, someone who has control over their thoughts and emotions, and consequently what you create and manifest in your life. Feed the good wolf and that wolf wins, and in not feeding the other wolf, it starves and withers away. When we use our energy and resources on thoughts, feelings, and emotions that serve us in a positive way, we create more positive experiences. If you have a habit of seeing and internalizing negative things, this is the time to begin consciously changing that habit. It can take a little practice, because the brain is wired to activate its reward system when we feel negative emotions, if this habit has been established. But it can be rewired to do this for positive emotions in just the same way. And it's well worth taking the time to change. Here's a simple 4-step process that you can use to begin changing this habit and step into the role of becoming a new cause that creates a new positive effect in your life. Number 1. When you find that you are feeling a negative emotion about something that's happened, name that emotion. Naming our emotions moves them from the emotionally charged systems of the brain to the more rational areas. This allows the brain to feel in control of these emotions, rather than feeling as though it needs to react to something that's happening. After you have named the emotion, find the thought that is keeping it in place. With every one of our emotions, we have a mental dialogue of what's going on. These thoughts will match up with the mental programs we hold within us. And the brain actually gets a dose of dopamine every time we think thoughts that align with those programs, even if they're not peaceful and happy. In identifying the thought, we gain the power to change it and the old program that we carry within us. Number 3. After identifying the thought, immediately create an opposite thought to change the brain pattern. These old thought patterns can get a bit carried away due to the release of dopamine that occurs when they happen. And this is why some people will even enjoy going through these negative mental dramas in their mind. As a conscious creator, creating a new cause within you that manifests a new effect, you have the power in this moment to think differently. If your internal dialogue is saying something like, "She is always so mean to me," change it to say something like this: "She has the potential to be a very nice person." Will it feel like the truth in that moment? Possibly not. That thought likely won't signal the dopamine release that your brain craves. But when you make this your new habit through repetition and begin to create a new pattern of seeing the good in all things, you will get that dopamine release each time you do that. And the 4th step is to gather some evidence in relation to this new statement. Your brain loves evidence. If you haven't seen my video regarding your reticular activation system that explains this, I'll leave a link in the description of this video to that video. This video explains why you start seeing a specific car everywhere when you've decided you might want one, or why you hear a word over and over again that you've just learned. Evidence is key to your brain to build upon its belief systems. So look for instances when your new opposite statement has been true. Even if it's just a small example, you will likely be able to do this. And if you aren't able to find evidence where this person or specific circumstance is concerned, reach into another area of your life that applies to find evidence there, and then allow your mind to slip into a visual movie of this evidence, or play out the mental dialogue in your mind. The longer you let your mind be absorbed with this evidence, the more it changes your predominant ways of thinking, so you can begin to see and experience the world differently. This puts you in the position of becoming the cause that creates a new effect. The universal law of cause and effect is immutable. It does not distinguish whether something is good or bad, it simply delivers. The effects we have in our lives are a direct result of the causes that we have previously created. In the same way, the manifestations that we are going to meet in physical experience are a direct result of the causes we set into motion today. And anyone can make the conscious decision to create a new cause within them that perfectly matches the effects of what they would like to manifest in their physical life. If you've somehow allowed the roles of cause and effect to become inverted, it's perfectly okay. You can always reverse it. Now is the perfect time to take back the creative power over your life that you've had all along.